When I'm going through a trauma, when I'm going through a trial, when I'm going through a tribulation, the first question that I ask myself is, what's the gift or what's the learning? The truth is, everyone in here can mitigate or obliterate their suffering if they find enough gifts and finding enough learnings. You see, all trauma is an emotionally charged event. And if you can find enough gifts and find enough learnings, you can neutralize the trauma. And the truth is, the gift is always there, but sometimes humans don't want the gift. Sometimes they don't want the learning. They want to stay in that spot, and that's totally okay. We've all been there. But how many of you, with a show of hands, agree, if you look back at your life, there's always a gift that you can find in everything you're going through? Put them up high. There's always a gift. And so when I asked myself the question, when my brother died, I said, what's the gift? The first gift that I got was the battle was over. I watched this man go from sober to not sober, sober to not sober, the battle was over. But the other gift that I got was that my dad thought me, the man with no legs and one arm, was man enough to do something that he couldn't do in the moment. You see, oftentimes as a man with no legs and an arm, there's a lot of times where I don't feel like a man. If I piss you off today and you want to fight, you'll probably win. But we got 50 security here, right? So I can't carry all the groceries in one haul. But I want you to understand that one of your biggest breakthroughs today is that you're always focused on the evidence that you're not enough versus you are enough. Don't miss it. What's right in your life is always available for you to focus on. But what's wrong in your life is always available as well. So the first question, what's the learning or what's the gift? The second question, real quickly, and I'm going to move through, is who am I going to become because I'm going through this? Someone say become. Someone say become. How many of you were going through a traumatic event, you didn't know why you were going through it, and then you overcame it, and you look back and you're like, that was a great gift and a great blessing? Show of hands. So oftentimes you got to go through something to get to something. And so when you ask yourself, who am I going to become? When I asked that, when my brother died, I said, I'm going to do everything in my power to master human behavior, communication, and psychology so no one has to suffer like my brother did. Because the truth is, people see me on the street and go, wow, he's disabled. And then I go, have you seen the way you think? There's a reason. Don't miss it. There's a reason why the man with no legs of an arm has more of a full life than most people with all their arms and all their legs. Because what I've realized in life, and I want you to jot down, is that in business and in life, 80% is psychology, 20% is mechanics. And I'll prove it to you. Can I be direct? Someone say direct. Right. How many of you, if you're honest, you know the foundational strategy to lose weight? Don't lie, put them up. Now, if your hand's down, I'm going to teach you. Y'all ready? Someone say ready. Ready. Where's the camera? This one? You put less food in this hole, and you move your body. True or false? True. So you know how to lose weight, but how many of you have your dream body? What gets in the way? Cake. But your psychology. So with your permission, is it okay if I take you through one of the most transformational exercises just to elevate your psychology? Yes or yes? Yes. Now, the other story very quickly was when I was born. Now, before I was born in 1996, my parents went in for a late ultrasound. They sat them down, they pulled the baby up on the screen, and suddenly everybody started to freak out. They were like, what's wrong? What's going on? And they said, we have some very bad news. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like your baby's limbs are being developed. The doctor said, in specific, it looks like he's missing his legs, it looks like he's missing his arms, and his face is messed up. Did they lie about my face? Yes. Yes or yes? Yes. I know, I'm beautiful, I get it. Stop it. Oh, you can clap. Yeah, stop it. It's okay. They said your son has about a 30% chance to live. In that moment, my parents made a decision. Someone say decision. Decision. You see, oftentimes, you think changing your life is this big, drastic, overwhelming thing, when in reality, my friend, your life changes in a moment of decision. Your life changes when you decide to put down the alcohol and pick up the dumbbell. Your life changes when you decide to leave the toxic relationship that's no longer serving you. Your life changes when you decide to get in the room with people who are successful. But we have programmed that there's a right decision and there's a what? I mean, if you took a test in school, there was actually one right decision and like 4 wrong decisions. True or false? But what if I were to tell you that there is no right decision or no wrong decision? The only bad decision is not making a... Jot it down. Indecisiveness is poverty thinking. And so they made a decision. And the decision that my parents made was that they were going to focus on the 30% chance of me living versus the 70% chance of me dying. The reason being, jot it down, what I focus on, I get more of. Don't miss it. What I focus on, I get more of. What I focus on expands. But most importantly, what I focus on, I feel. And what I feel is my life. And what if what I feel is my life, that would mean that the quality of my life comes down to the quality of the emotions I feel on a day-to-day basis. And I'll prove it to you. How many of you, if you're honest, know people who have tons of money who are still pissed off and angry? Want to point to them? And then how many of you have ever been somewhere where you saw someone who had less than you and they were happier than you? True or false?
True.
You don't want the car, you want how the car is going to make you
Feel.
So we're going to upgrade your emotions today. We're going to see where you live emotionally, because as leaders we must lead from the front, and life is too short to be pissed off and angry all the time. True or false?
True.